If you're a creative that's had a bit of commercial success, but things have kind of dried up and you're not getting as much work as you want, or maybe you're brand new to selling, you're likely falling into one of these 3 pitfalls that could be totally killing your sales. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Dylan, amateur photographer, professional salesperson, and I'm here today to help you get those sales back on track, get some new sales going so that you can run a thriving creative business. Because who doesn't want to actually have a business that they can control with something they love, right? So let's work those sales muscles and get you ways that you can get some real success right away. All right, let's jump right in. The first thing that you could be potentially doing to kill your sales is not actively hunting for clients. Okay, so most creatives, they'll start a website, Instagram page, something like that, so they can show their work and have what they think will be people funneling in to get business, but it doesn't always work out that way. In fact, it rarely does. You have to actually go out there and search for these people. They're not going to come to you. It's not the field of dreams here. If you build it, they will come. You have to go and hunt. And one of the best ways to do that, and really the lowest pressure, is doing what's called B2B, or business to business. A lot of places like coffee shops or art galleries are always searching for new work to sell or put on their walls. And this is where you can strategically place yourself to offer almost a consignment-like business, where you place stuff on their walls with a price, and then when it sells, you split the earnings with the shop owner or the art gallery owner. That way, there's no upfront cost for them. It's fairly low risk for you. Your name's out there. And if you're lucky enough, you will make some sales. And on top of that, you'll also be making connections with these store owners. Maybe they'll want some photography done for them. If you're a photographer, you could do something like food photography or headshots for them. Or if you're maybe an artist or something like that, maybe they'll want personal pieces done specifically for them. Never undervalue the connections that you're going to be making with people. That's 80% of sales right there, is making those connections. Now, to expand on that, we can even go to like manufacturing shops. We can go to tech, any place that has professionals working that will need headshots for their LinkedIn or their profile pictures. You can, if you're a photographer, you can market yourself to these people. And if you're a different type of creative, you can always get your artwork put actually inside their building. A lot of places, they don't want to have bland office spaces where there's nothing really interesting going on. That's where you come into play. It looks really good for businesses that are supporting local artists. And that way it gets more word of mouth out to you, or you can actually just sell the piece directly to them, depending on how you want to work it. But if you're looking for more volume, way more customers, maybe try and go to different expos or things that will directly need your work. Like if you're, like one of the famous ones is the wedding industry. If you go to wedding expos, there's always people that are looking to, have photographers do their wedding, or maybe they're looking for centerpieces for their tables, things like that. So never underestimate making connections at these places. Before you know it, you're going to be selling way more than you could possibly make. I exaggerate a little, but not that much, really. Moving on to mistake number 2, it's ignoring past clients. So let's say you are this creative that has had some commercial success. You're looking for your next client, but you can't neglect old clients. These are actually the easiest way to turn into repeat business. They already trust you, they work with you, they know your name. So reaching out through email or a warm call, which let's not confuse with cold calling. Cold calling is when you don't know somebody. Warm calling is when you do. And then touching base with them, ask how life has been, ask if there's any way they may need your work again. This can be a perfect way to make a very, very easy sale. And if we're talking about the B2B world, business to business, another great way to do it is take them out and do something interactive. Take them out golfing or take them out for lunch, something that where you're treating them like they are your number one client. It's very common in at least manufacturing to take people out for lunch or do golf. Golf is very popular. And that way you're having a game, like you're spending time with them, you're playing a round of golf, and you're keeping it business related. Also not at the same time, you get to learn more about them, you get to make that connection even deeper. But a word of advice for these, don't come off as too needy. Don't be begging for work or, just talk about work. You're a person, they're a person, they're gonna want to have almost a new friend. So ask them about their life, asking about their family, ask, what other hobbies they like doing. Maybe they don't like golf, maybe they like paintball or something like that, who knows. But make a genuine connection with these clients. They're people too, not just a dollar sign. All right, now let's talk about the final thing that is slowing or killing your creative business growth. And that is not actively engaging with your community. What do I mean by that? Let's think about a tradesperson. Let's think about like a plumber or an electrician that now has done all the groundwork. They've been around the community for a long time. They are such a foundational member that a lot of people just refer to them by name. Oh, you have a problem with your sink? Go talk to Jim. He'll fix you up. These people have actively engaged in the community to the point where they may not even need advertising. And that's where we want you to be. So how do we get there? First off, if you're creative, one of the best ways to get yourself out there is set up a booth at like a farmer's market or maybe like an art walk. Now, don't get it twisted. You can sell stuff at these markets, of course. It is a great place to showcase your business. So when people come by, you actively engage, talk to them, tell them about, your artwork that you made or the photos that you've taken, the different work you've done already or are wanting to do. And then you're giving out business cards or giving information about your website where they can contact you. If you do this enough, I promise you, you will be known in your community as the creative or that creative business. Sales should really just be the icing on the cake. You want community engagement. And another way to get great community engagement is actually go talk to your local city hall, because they actually put on different types of events where you can actually engage and help out. And let's say we'll go back to photography. You can actually be an event photographer for the different event. Maybe you do it for free or maybe you do it for low cost just to get your name out there. But you are now out there and you're talking with people and taking pictures. You're engaging with the community. If you're maybe an artist, you can do things like caricatures or you can paint faces. Maybe you think this is a little too lowbrow or you're better than this, but really you're not. Everybody has to do kind of this grunt work at the beginning. They have to put their best foot forward so they can really shine afterwards. And maybe it might not even be so much being above it as much as it just makes you feel uncomfortable getting in front of people. A lot of people have problems selling. I mean, look how many people make phone calls these days. Not very many. It's uncomfortable for them, but you have to push past it. If you want to be successful in your creative business, you have to push past the uncomfortable and get good at this, because it will pay off in dividends. So that being said, another great way is actually to do a workshop. Do a free workshop showcasing some of the talents that you know, maybe at a very beginner level. People who are just interested in learning about maybe painting or pottery or things like that. Now, some people might get concerned like, oh, you're gonna teach them and then what? They're gonna steal your business? Well, no. They might try, but if they're just doing it for the money, it's not going to work for them anyways. But what it's really going to do is it's going to showcase you as the professional now. You are the person that people look up to now, and they're going to want to use your skill. They might learn for fun, but they're not going to get the same results as you, all right? And that's when the engagement will funnel them to your website, or you will be able to give them some more information and pricing on your different services. It's truly a fantastic way to earn some extra money and to build that business. Now, we've gone over these things, but the main thing is that you have to implement them. Take this video, watch it again, do pointers, but actually implement it. And if you do that, I know that you will be successful. But that's enough for me. Thank you so much for watching the video. My name is Dylan, hobby photographer, professional salesperson, and we will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.